Hi and welcome to today's vlog. Today I am bringing you our Port Orleans French Quarter room tour.
She likes oversharing with outfits and swearing, admiring her tats while she plays with all her cats. Her disability gives her superpower, agility to holiday and live the right way. Estelosaurus.
So we arrived last night, so we have unpacked. We have spent this morning over in the Magic Kingdom, so I'm sort of giving you this resort tour with it's a clean and tidy room, but it's not as it was when we first walked into it yesterday. It's pretty, everything's pretty much as it was, but we have unpacked everything. So there is bits and pieces everywhere, but it is nice and tidy. So this is our room. As I was saying, we are staying at Port Orleans. We are in French Quarter. It's a really lovely resort, and we will be doing a resort tour at some point. But I thought it would be interesting to show you what our room looked like in case you are thinking about coming and staying here. So let's go on with the room tour. So we are in building 2, and our room number is 2312. So it's building 2, floor 3, room 2312. There are elevators in these buildings, which is great. And when we checked in yesterday, we did ask for a room that was a little bit closer to sort of the main area, main pool, and we're ideally situated. We're right next to the pool and right next to the boat, which takes you over to Disney Springs. So yeah. When we checked in, we were given this map, and as you can see, it's not a huge resort. We just wanted to be a little bit closer because obviously it's easier for me mobility wise. So that's where our room is. There's the door, fire safety instructions. Here is a window. We have a view out onto this really lovely, I'm stood over there. We just walked right past the room, and that was really weird and embarrassing. So this is our view of the fountain. The grass is being cut today. Yeah, it's a lovely, nice little view. The fountain is lovely. There's some benches there. So that's the view. We've got these nets and then these curtains, which are really good blackout curtains with this lovely pattern on. It's a pretty simple pattern. Goes with the theme, goes with the room. It's nice. I really like the fleur-de-lis on the curtain pole. But yeah, this resort is like, sort of old style New Orleans, and you really get that vibe everywhere in the hotel, and the room is no exception, really. So there are our standard resort mugs. I love this little touch, this Mickey Mouse Mardi Gras beads, love stuff like that, I think it's brilliant. So as you first come into the room, you've got a table and some chairs. Personally, I really like having a separate table in the room. We only use one of the beds, so a separate table does benefit us quite a lot, so that's great. This is an adjoining room, so if you've got a big family, you can make it an adjoining room. The first thing I did when we came in the room was I checked it was locked, but it also works as a handy space to park the wheelchair. 2 double beds, standard Disney doubles. If you watched my review of Coronado, you'll know that I thought the beds were very high. These beds are also very high. It means you can shove your suitcases under them out of the way, but I do struggle to get in them. So this is what the bed, nicely made up, looked like. This is what the bed looks like after I've slept in it and made it. But yeah, this is the lovely made up bed. I love these Mickey towels. I think that's so cute. And then these are the beds. Big hardwood beds, big hardwood furniture, unit in the middle. I really like the wooden detailing over the bed. Like I said, really fits with this sort of southern, old New Orleans vibe. Really pretty. Unit under there. And then those are my tablets just in the middle of that. Quite a good drawer. Standard Bible in there. What more do you need? Telephone, USBs and plugs next to the bed, and then you can work all the light switches from the middle of the bed, which I think is really good. There is some artwork in here, which is a standard New Orleans scene. This is the bed we slept in last night. Like I said, very high. There's a fan in the room. The air conditioning unit over there by the window is really loud and noisy, so we didn't have it on last night, and then when I woke up in the night it was quite warm, and I did put this overhead fan on, which did provide enough of a breeze in the room without the air conditioning unit being on and being really noisy. So that is an alternative if you find the aircon unit really noisy. It has cooled the room down really quickly though. So it's a great big old piece of kit, and it takes up a big old space, and it's really ugly, but it has cooled the room down really nicely. Standard TV, and then over here we've got some more plugs and USBs there. More plugs and USBs there. You've got your standard like coffee and tea making stuff. I think Coffee Mate is vile, so we have picked up some half and half from the food court, but we've got an ice bucket, cups for water, cups for tea and coffee maker, Jeffrey's coffee, a couple of different bags of Twinings, although only Earl Grey and green tea, the two worst teas. And then there's sugar and sweetener and Coffee Mate and some sticks and things. But I didn't know those were the only tea bags. That is, nobody drinks Earl Grey. It's vile tea. Yuck. Anyway, so that's the tea and coffee, pretty standard for a Disney hotel. And then there's this great big wooden unit here. Again, fabulous wooden detailing. The knobs have got little lion faces on. Are they lion faces? Lions or angry? It's either a lion or an angry man, I can't tell. Anyway, in here there is a fridge. It's a pretty big fridge. You know, what more do you need if you're staying in a hotel? You know, I'm not doing a whole Walmart shop to stick in there. So yeah, it's a decent sized fridge, nothing wrong with that. And then we've got three really deep big drawers, are a great size. There's our underwear if you're interested. Yeah, these are really good sized drawers, pleased with those. And then over here we've got, I'm not really sure what this is for. I think I've been sitting on it to take my shoes on and off because the bed's too high. I think that's what it's for. It's a shoe bench. I don't know. Anyway, there's a bench there, some hooks and a little shelf to keep things on. And then we've got the like bathroom, toilet, vanity area. Big mirror there. 2 sinks. There's some storage, like a storage shelf underneath, and we also there's a hairdryer in the room, plenty of towels, loads of flannels, and then just a big shelf to keep things on. Standard sort of magnifying mirror there. The light in this room is really great, so you know you can't gripe about that. And then over here you've got your standard extra pillows. All the coat hangers are provided. Iron and ironing board. There's a safe there which looks like it would fit, probably fit a laptop and an iPad in, that kind of thing, if you needed to. Bin. And then what separates the bathroom from the rest of the room is a curtain, which there's nothing wrong with it. It's a nice curtain. It's got sort of like a Mardi Gras bead theme on it. There's nothing wrong with it, and it does block the light out, but that's all that is separating. That's all that's separating the main room from the bathroom. I think personally I would prefer a door. It doesn't matter because it's just me and Neil, but I guess if you're with your family or your friends or you were swingers or whatever, I don't know, you might want more privacy than just a curtain. But for us it's ideal. And then there's some nice wooden fretwork here which is cute. And then on this shelf, I'm not going to say they're a hidden Mickey because I don't think that's hidden. I think that's plainly obvious. But there are some just like little Mickey touches which I think is really cute. And then lastly is the bathroom. There is a full-length mirror on the door, which is great. Everybody loves a full-length mirror. Although whoever painted it did a terrible job, I will say. Anyway, bathroom. You know, obviously it's not as clean as it could be. We have used the bathroom, but stacks of towels, plenty of toilet roll. There's a little hook to hang things on. Typical toilet, and then you've got your shower over a bath. We have both used the shower. It isn't the best shower in the world, but it will absolutely do for us. I don't know, I'm sort of torn between saying this is a moderate resort. Do I expect things to be a little better? I did pay a lot of money for this hotel, but it serves a purpose. It works as a shower, and you know, we were able to shower ourselves. And then there's a shower curtain, it's a double one, and it is weighted at the bottom as well with like, I think they're magnets. So it's got magnetic weights in the bottom which keep the shower curtain where it's supposed to be, which I think is really good because I'm really freaked out when a shower curtain touches me. And then there's this additional shower curtain on the outside which has got this cute sort of Princess and the Frog theme on it. There are some frog princes on it, and then I don't know if these are supposed to be frog feet or crowns, I'm not really sure. But yeah, this just really ties in with the rest of the sort of Princess and the Frog New Orleans theming in this hotel, which is great. I love the theming. It is a really nice resort overall. But yeah, shower over a bath. It is a really low bath, and for me personally with mobility issues, I can get in and out of this shower, but if you have mobility issues, it might be worth asking for an accessible room because potentially this is going to be quite tricky for you to get in and out of. So just bear that in mind. But yeah, it's nicely tiled. It's all really clean. It's got one of those pull-out washing lines. You connect the other end over there so you can wash and dry clothes. There is a laundry here, which we'll show you when we do the resort tour. And then you've got your standard toiletries and beds there. But yeah, as hotel rooms go, this is a great room. There are a couple of things we would change if we could. Like personally, I would prefer a wardrobe. I think it is a little bit weird that all your clothes are sort of just hanging in the back, what is essentially the bathroom. But you know, in terms of storage, there is plenty of it. I would personally just prefer a proper wardrobe. But other than those couple of little bits, this is a really nice hotel. I'm really pleased with it. It's a really decent sized room. The beds are really big. They're a little tricky to get in and out of, but I think that's probably standard across Disney hotels. But it does mean there's loads of storage under the bed. So it's been almost 2 weeks since we checked into Port Orleans French Quarter, and there's a tropical storm sort of starting today through tomorrow. So we're kind of trapped in our rooms a little bit because the parks are all closing early tonight, and so we just wanted to get our drinks and stuff and settle into the room. So I thought this would be an ideal opportunity to do something you don't often see in a room tour, which is a recap of what the room has been like for us. So usually you see the room at the start of the holiday and everyone's fine and everyone loves it and it's all happy and lovely. But then you spend some time in that room and nobody ever really recaps what it's actually like. So I thought I would do that now. So here we go. Generally, the room has been fantastic. At Disney now, you have housekeeping every other day. You can request it more, you can request it less, and they only change the linens during your stay now if you request for the linens to be changed. I mean, I barely change my own linens once a fortnight, so I don't really care if they don't do it in a hotel. I think our bed might have been changed once, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So yeah, housekeeping have been in every other day. There were a couple of days when all they did was empty the bin, so we didn't get things like our towels and our tea and coffee supplies restocked, which was not the end of the world. We've got refillable cups. We always get water and things anyway, because the water in the freestyle machines is free. You don't need a refillable cup for that. You can fill whatever bottle or cup you've got with the water in the freestyle machines here at Port Orleans. Generally, housekeeping have been brilliant. We've left them a tip each time. Like I said, all in all, the room's been great. The beds have been really comfortable. Like I said right at the start, my main issue here, like Coronado Springs, the beds are incredibly high. I do really struggle to get into them. It is not attractive to see. But once I'm in the bed, it's a very comfortable bed, and I've been sleeping so well in these beds. It's a super firm mattress. The pillows are huge and squishy. I only use one because you're going to get such a neck ache if you try to sleep on those. But yeah, the bed has been very comfortable. You get sort of an undersheet, a thin blanket, and then this oversheet, and that has been plenty for us. It's not been too hot and it's not been too cold. Speaking of heat, there is an air conditioning unit in the room. It is incredibly loud and it blows out incredibly cold air. So it's really good if you leave it on during the day when you're out, you come back to a very nice cold room. You absolutely cannot sleep with this on. It is so noisy and I think it's freezing with it on. So we have chosen not to have it on, and we have just had this overhead fan on all the time, and for us both it provides enough sort of a cooling breeze in the room to just be pleasant and not freezing. The controls are electric and are here on the wall, really easy to use. You turn them on there, and the air conditioning unit has just kicked in. You can also change the mode to heat. We tried the heat once because it was absolutely freezing in here because the aircon had been on all day, so I did put the heat on, and the air conditioning unit did very quickly smell like it was on fire, so we quite quickly turned it back off again. So yeah, we haven't really used this unit. It is really easy to use, and if you like a freezing cold room and a loud noise all the time, then you know, it's great. The fridge has been perfect, keeps everything really very cold. We've mostly stored cupcakes in it. My biggest complaint now about Disney hotels, and I suppose many hotels, it's rare you stay in a hotel where this doesn't happen, but I paid a lot of money to stay in a moderate resort, and I don't understand why they can't provide a proper sized towel. Who is small enough for these towels to be anywhere near effective? I will get one and demonstrate. So here is the towel. There's the towel. I will just pop it around myself to demonstrate. Now, who is this covering? If I'm stepping out of the shower with this wrapped around me, my minge is blowing around everywhere. It is not a proper towel. This is practically a tea towel. Absolutely ridiculous. I've paid good money to be here. I deserve a proper sized towel. But I will say the same about most hotels. Hotels do not provide proper towels. And I don't want to bring a towel with me. What harm would it be to just provide a slightly bigger towel that covers my face? One thing I did mention at the start of the resort tour was the fact that your clothes are just sort of hung here next to these sinks. Actually, it hasn't been sort of as much of an issue as I thought it would be. I have managed to keep Neil's mess away from my dresses. It would obviously be nice to have a separate wardrobe, but I get when there's no room and stuff. But then I kind of think, why couldn't they have put a sliding door just across this bit? It wouldn't have taken up any more space than it takes up now. It just would have protected your clothes a little bit better. But like I said, it hasn't really been an issue for us. Our clothes have been fine next to this like bathroom bit. The toilet flush is very violent and very loud, and isn't ideal if you're flushing the toilet at 2 o'clock when someone else is trying to sleep. Yeah, it is a very loud toilet. But again, not really an issue. The bath and shower weren't really much of an issue either. For me personally, it is tricky to climb in and out of it. It was a lot easier when we stayed at Coronado Springs because it was a walk-in shower. But that said, this has been fine. The shower head, whilst not the best in the world, is absolutely fine. It gets you wet, it washes you. Yeah, the water pressure isn't the best, but it's absolutely done the job. And here, like in all Disney hotels, they promote conservation, so they encourage you not to use your towels every day and request new ones all the time, which we haven't done. And there are, whilst incredibly tiny, there are plenty of towels here. We haven't run out of towels at all, or toilet roll. There's been plenty of everything, and the shower gels and stuff. We did notice that this one has been a bit tricky to use, and I guess if it really bothered us, we could have, you know, gone and mentioned that, but it hasn't really bothered us that much. So that's it. I just wanted to let you know what the room has been like for us. But overall, it's been a great room. It's been an ideal place to come back to. The beds are comfy. Housekeeping have been fine. I have made many human errors with the coffee making machine, which has led to many tea and coffee disasters, but I think I've mastered it, but I did just make a tea with coffee in it, so probably haven't mastered it that well. But it works fine, does the job when you know how to work it properly. So yeah, great room. I would recommend staying here. It's got a really nice vibe to it. It's a nice hotel. It's a nice room. So that is it from me. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be back soon with another video.